Hello, Harry Leppard here at the Effective Learning Centre. Our aim is to improve your English every day. So today we are going to study 4 pure modal verbs: will, would, shall and should. So I wanted to talk about the functions and uses of these modal verbs. So with will, we use will to talk about facts in the future. For example, I will turn 21 next Monday. Next Monday, I will be 21. We also use will to talk about plans we make. For example, tomorrow I will go to the gym. Tomorrow I will go to the shops. So it is a very likely plan, but it isn't 100% definite. If we want to talk about a situation in the future, which is more likely or definite, we say going to. For example, tomorrow I am going to visit my friends, or tomorrow I am going to go to the gym. You can shorten it by saying, tomorrow I am going to the gym. I am going to the gym. So subject, verb, object. You can also use will for making predictions. For example, my favourite football team is Brighton, and I might say, tomorrow Brighton will win. This is a prediction. Now on to would. We use would to make polite requests. For example, when I'm talking to my friend, I say, would you pass me this? Would you pass me that? Similar to could, but more polite. We use would as a polite form of will. For example, would you make me a cup of tea? Or would you pass me that glass of water? We also use would to talk about past habits. For example, when I was a child at school and only 10 years old, I would play in the playground. When I was younger, I would eat a lot of sweets. But today, I don't eat many sweets at all. My sweet tooth has gone. We can also use would to talk about a possible situation. For example, tomorrow I am going to Brighton. It would be nice to see my friends. Of course, I will see my friends, but you could pretend that you are not going to see your friends and say it would be nice. Another example, it would be nice if it didn't rain tomorrow. It would be nice if it was sunny tomorrow. It would be nice to see my friends from China again. We also use would in hypothetical situations, like the second conditional. For example, I could say, if I went to Europe with my housemates, I would have had a good time. Or another example, if I slept more, I would feel more awake. Would feel more awake. Now on to shall. We use shall to make offers and suggestions to people. For example, I may say to my friends, shall we go out? Or shall we leave? Shall we go to the restaurant now or in 10 minutes? Offers and suggestions are quite easy to confuse. Suggestions are used when we talk about many people, or maybe just us and another person. With offers are only involving you and what you want to do for other people. So if you offer someone to do something, it is you who is doing it for them, like a service. For example, I may say, shall I drive? So I am offering to drive the car instead of my friend or family. We can also use shall in a similar way to will and make decisions with it. We can say, I shall stay here tonight. I shall not work tomorrow. I shall eat Indian with kebab tonight. And finally, on to should. We use should to give advice to people. For example, if I wanted to give advice to a friend, I would say, should. You should. In my opinion, you should get more sleep because you don't sleep very much and you look tired, for example. Or you should worry less and try and relax more. Or another example, if I were you, I would tell my son and daughter they should eat more vegetables. I would tell them they should eat more vegetables. Did you notice how I said need to instead of should? That's because should can be used as an obligation, but in a very polite form. So instead of telling someone to do the washing up, for example, you need to wash up the dishes, you can say you should wash up the dishes. So it's a more polite way of saying you must, or you have to, or you need to. And same as shall, with should, you can say something which is making a suggestion. For example, should we go to the restaurant tonight, or should we cook at home? And finally, logical consequence, which is when we consider what happened in the past until now and consider the final consequence. For example, my friend is in the lounge right now, but he shouldn't be there because he should be at work. That was just an example, but it is a logical consequence. Another example, I shouldn't be teaching this video for so long because it's only meant to be 3 or 4 minutes. I hope that helped. Thank you and goodbye.